2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yes, but I mean, we all have it. It's attached to the back of each one of these formats.
All right.
All of the scenarios, but I have a copy as well. I actually have it. See right here. It's all there. Yeah, I'll hold on there. Alex, can we go ahead and half in position? There we go.
You're watching ABC's Live.
Club Casino.
Alex, real quick. Alex, get you something. What is Alex? Here's mine. He's right here. You want him right there? We'll move you.
Nice if I put this thing in. Hold on.
Yeah.
Work with that.
Got it?
Yeah. Hello again, everyone. Hello. Yeah. Okay. My better packet button like this or open like this?
I like it button.
Do you?
That's just me. What do you think?
Opening. Close. Open.
Open? Oh, well, she likes it open. All right, we'll go with the lady.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. I want to be able to hear myself. I'm not hearing myself, so the key is to press.
Hey,
Is that why I'm not hearing myself? Okay. Why am I not hearing myself now? Why am I not hearing myself? You can't hear me, right? I can't hear myself. I'm not hearing myself.
I can't hear anything.
We can hear you. I can't hear myself. We have no program. 1, 2. Now I'm beginning to hear program. So wherever.
I'm not. I can't hear
keep
myself.
Keep upping it up. I don't hear myself.
I don't either.
I don't hear myself. I don't hear myself.
Now, in terms of who had the edge in analyzing this fight, Steve Johnston has a clear edge in speed. Power we cop out here, and we call it even. Stevie's.
Try it now, Al.
What?
Try it now.
Try it now. Do I hear myself? I still don't hear myself. I don't hear myself. Don't hear myself. Now I'm beginning. Am I beginning? Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Talk to me, Kurt, so I can try to test the balance. Okay. Okay. Whatever you did, that's fine. Okay.
But can I hear? I can't hear my. There I am. Oh, okay. Number.
Hey.
You're watching ABC's Wide World of Sports. Ask a boxing fan to identify the best lightweight fighter in the world today, and most would answer Stevie Johnston. He stands just a shade over 5'4" and has relied on his boxing skills to pile up win after win. His record is 30-1, and he's consistently outboxed many of the division's big punchers. Today he meets another in a title defense against Jose Luis Castillo of Mexico. Also, time permitting, a preview of tonight's welterweight battle between champion Oscar De La Hoya and unbeaten Sugar Shane Mosley.
Welcome to Southern California. Beautiful mid-June day. Temperature about 80 degrees. Bright sunshine. Thousands heading for the beach. Others to a parking lot. That's right, a parking lot outside the Bicycle Club Casino in the town of Bell Gardens, California, for the WBC World Lightweight Championship fight, brought to you by Miller High Life, featuring Stevie Johnston with a record of 30-1 against Jose Luis Castillo of Mexico. Hello again, everyone. I'm Al Michaels, and welcome to Bell Gardens for what we think will be A very interesting fight, a good confrontation, and one that is marked by contrasting styles and a lot of contrast between these two fighters, each of whom turned pro in the early 90s. But Stevie Johnston will be fighting his 11th World Championship fight, and Jose Luis Castillo is fighting his first. Just one of the contrasts we'll have today. Also up the road tonight, as every boxing fan knows, we have Oscar De La Hoya taking on Sugar Shane Mosley, as I bring in ABC's boxing maven, Alex Swallow. And Alex, 15 minutes from here, two superstars fight tonight. Today we see Stevie Johnston, not necessarily of that ilk, but in his own way, he's established himself as one of the top fighters in the world.
And very quietly, Al, Steve is now recognized as one of the best in the business. But he is such a low-key, humble, unpretentious young man that for a lot of people, he's the best fighter they've never heard of. A native of Denver, Stevie had an outstanding amateur career. His only professional loss in his fourth title defense, a loss he avenged in winning back his title last year. A very solid, well-rounded professional fighter, mentally tough, no obvious weaknesses. Jose Luis Castillo fights out of the border town of Mexicali, Mexico. He is a stablemate of the legendary Julio Cesar Chavez, has an impressive record of 40-4 with 37 KOs, but none of these wins were against world-class fighters. Al, he is taking a huge step up today.
Tremendous, and he'll be the title holder as we take a look at the tail of the tape. If he can win this fight, Stevie Johnston is 27, Castillo is 26. Johnston is always at a height disadvantage, 3 inches today. Each weighed in yesterday at 135, and Castillo with a 2.5-inch reach advantage.
And Al, in terms of who has the edge in analyzing this fight, Stevie Johnston has a clear edge in speed. On power, we cop out a little bit. We call it even. Stevie's one drawback is the lack of a big power punch. Jose has that impressive KO record, 37 knockouts and 40 wins, but the quality of the opposition was way below Steve Johnston. Stevie's a better defensive fighter. As for the intangibles, Stevie wins there because of his edge and experience of world title fights that Al talked about earlier, but there's one other factor which is a very tangible one. Steve Johnston cuts easier than any world champion fighter I can remember, and now that could totally change the complexion of this fight.
And nobody knows that better than his opponent, Jose Luis Castillo. Spanish commentary for this fight can be heard using the SAP feature on your TV. We're available. Okay.
Hello.
Let me see your mouth.
Okay, baby.
Okay,
Test,
gentlemen.
test, okay.
You had your instructions.
I'm going to give you this handheld mic.
Okay.
We're working on voice commands. Good luck.
Coming over here.
Online judging. I need the online judging card. Online judging card. We have it.
Paul.
Okay, then the referee
Sure,
and then the
fight.
rules, right? And then we get going. Folks, you have the opportunity to vote online for the winner of each round in this fight. The results will be announced on air, so log on to abcsports.com and you can vote. The veteran California referee Chuck Hassett will be the third man in the ring today here in Bell Gardens. And let's take a look at the rules for this fight. 12-round fight, 10-point must scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round in this fight. And, of course, the referee or the doctor can stop the fight. So here we go from Southern California on a glorious day outside in the parking lot in Bell Gardens. Stevie Johnston in the blue trunks and Jose Luis Castillo in the gold trunks.
Right away you see the fact, Al, that Steve Johnston is a southpaw. Kind of just a little bit, not quite the skill level, but looks like, and it says he has patted himself after one of your favorite fighters, Sweet Pea Whitaker, Mel Whitaker. Jose Castillo said that he's only fought 4 or 5 southpaws in his career, but did not seem fazed by it at all. Said, no, I'll just throw punches at him. I'm not going to do anything different against the southpaw. I'll just let my hands go.
For Castillo, this is a rare appearance outside Mexico. He's had only 3 fights. Only 3 of his 44 have been outside Mexico.
Keep working. Let go, Jose.
And one of those was just across the border from his hometown of Mexicali.
It really is amazing how the change in Mexican fighters over the years. Mexican or Mexican-American fighters, I think they've been exposed to so much, especially the American fighters around the world in recent years, that they've gotten much more skill. It used to be just a test of heart, their chins, and their power. And you see the jab there. You never used to see a jab from a fighter from Mexico. It was just wailing away with punches with both hands and no defense. You can see that Jose Luis Castillo comes in here using a jab, waiting for opportunities. Much different.
You begin to think part of that is a function of the television and so many fights on TV and so many I've watched other fighters from around the world through the years.
You did see one kind of vestige of the old Mexican fighters, which is a body punch there, Al. Castillo took a good right hand to the body. Of course, the classic Mexican punch is a digging left hook to the body, dropping down, pulling back, and letting go left to the body. Much harder to do against the southpaw because of the danger of the right hook being right there.
2 minutes into the fight. Stevie Johnston has gone the distance in 16 of his 31 fights. No. Contrast, it's Castillo's, when you look at his record, he's 40-4, and only 3 of those 44 fights have gone to the final bell.
And interestingly, Al, none of them have gone past 10 rounds. He is not past 10 rounds, and it's very possible he'll have to fight into that area today. He's picking it up a little bit here.
Right there, stop break.
The final seconds of round one. Neither man has established any kind of dominance yet. So the reset technical fouls will happen to be pointed out repeatedly. One foot is right.
Hold it there, stop,
break. From both the right hand, when the right hand and left hand are getting the ring together.
Two guys feeling each other out as we come to the end of round one. WBC Lightweight Championship fight. As Miller High Life brings it to you from Southern California outdoors in Bell Gardens. Online poll. 4/5 of you thought that Stevie Johnston won round one.
I hope we get some more complicated percentages so we can see.
All right, hold it there, hold it, stop.
I
hope more than 5 people tap in next time.
I think there was much in the first round. I think if anything, he gave it to Stevie just as he initiated the action more often, but not a lot of meaningful punches landed by either man.
Alex mentioned the fact that Stevie Johnston is prone to cuts. In fact, in his last fight against Julio Alvarez in Denver, his hometown, he suffered a the first round strategy went out the window. He had
all right, hold it there. Stop.
Alvarez and recorded a rare knockout.
The only knockout of his 10 title defenses out.
Actually, 2 of his last 12 fights have not gone to this, including the last.
There you saw Stevie reaching a bit there. He measured him and caught him with the left, the straight left, but he's reaching a little bit with this guy. He has not found a comfort zone yet. Neither man has, but Stevie Johnston has not really established himself here. There, good right to the face, scoring right to the face of Castillo. But Castillo is moving a little bit himself. He's not, as we talked about before, not just standing there waiting to get hit. In and out, using his
right there, stop,
straight reach advantage. Not really using his height advantage much out. You see him bending down almost to Prestige. 5'4" height himself.
But Stevie, of course, he's used to having the punch up. I mean, when you look at his record, he has rarely ever had the height advantage.
And we talked a lot about the tendency to cut earlier. We should point out that a good right to the body by Castillo and a punch to the head by Stevie. Good right uppercut inside. Stevie has been vulnerable to that punch. It was a punch that was the decisive punch and the only loss of his career to another Mexican fighter, Cesar Bazan.
And he was able to beat Bazan 2 fights later to reclaim the title. Second time Stevie has held this title. First time 3 successful title defenses.
Right there,
4 successful title defenses. This will be number 5.
Saw Bazan there. Clinch, just to make sure. Stevie wasn't able to do it either. See him holding that right arm.
Let go.
And in this case, the left arm. When he gets into a clinch, Cesar Bazan knows that the shorter man might be a better in-fighter, so he's making sure nothing happens in those clinches. Left to the body again by Castillo.
Johnston against Castillo. 2 of
Right
them.
there, hold it, stop. That one. Right? Especially one side, if I say right, then Bobby check on right, you hit him with the right. If I say Bobby check on left, you hit him with the left, okay?
Okay.
Jala la media distancia, fíntalo y maneja la mano izquierda en forma de jab doble, doble, protegiéndote. No es más fuerte que tú, ya le agarras el ritmo. Ok. Mándalo, ya, desde ahorita. Ok, ese campeonato es tuyo. Vamos a trabajar con eso. Aire.
Al Michaels and Alex Wallow in Bell Gardens, California. Round 3 now. Stevie Johnston defending his WBC Lightweight Title against Castillo. With Castillo from Mexico, he wrote that 2 of the 3 judges from Mexico.
Now, I would make a small wager with you outside the casino that Mr. Perez has a challenger winning both those first 2 rounds. I think that they were not decisive enough wins by Stevie. I think the critical thing here are the 2 California judges, Dr. Lee and Dick Young.
Right there, hold it, right.
I said Dr. Lee and Dr. Jen. Once again, waiting. Stevie is waiting, and Castillo finally got tired of it.
Hold it there.
And let go of the punch. You see also Stevie dominating on the inside out.
No.
Castillo did not time on the inside, and Stevie landed well. And Castillo
Hold it
tying
there,
up
stop.
the right arm. Gets a warning from Chuck Hassett. Stevie not letting his hands go, as we would expect him to.
Not to this point, 7.5 minutes.
Let go, Steve. Workout.
Tomorrow, top drivers in the race.
All right, stop.
Northern Light Series. This year, Greg Ray Alonso Jr. included. Competing in the high speed 200, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
Open de derecha, ahí. Open, ahí es.
Somebody like a Stevie Johnston is so prone to cutting. It happens in half his fights. Does he go into a fight like this thinking about that?
I really don't believe he does, Al. He has always been able to cope with it. Look at him on the rope, too. This is a real surprise, Al. He's just too good a defensive player, too good a boxer. But Stevie Johnston has a tendency, Al, to sometimes fight down his competition. Now, you see him a little lively to fight back, but Castillo comes right back himself. I don't think that he puts himself in a defensive shell because of the cuts. He's confident in Miguel Diaz, one of the better cutmen in the world in his corner. He does not get intimidated by fighting his cuts. So that I don't think that's a factor. I think the factor may be just the lack of focus, which he says he is prone to, and he's just not into the fight yet. Hasn't found a rhythm at all.
Okay, the best glory of the fight here in the last 45 seconds. As they picked up the pace, picked up the tempo, the third round coming to an end.
Right hand again to the body by Castillo. See Stevie just missing and pulling with his punches out.
Action picking up at the end of round 3.
Much better, baby. Now we cooking with oil. Champ. We have to count all the time. All the time. Listen to me. You're letting
The best punch of that round, the left hand by Stevie Johnston, right down the pipe, caught Castillo backing out. Might have been enough, Al, in the eyes of the judges to win Stevie that round again. Not dominance by either man.
Fourth round, and you can vote online at abcsports.com. 2/3 of you think that Johnston won round 3, which was by far the most active of the 3 rounds in this fight to this point.
Hold it there.
Basking in the sunshine here in Southern California. The paved paradise. They put up a parking lot, and we're in it outside the Bicycle Club Casino in Bell Gardens.
All the people who take a poll, all the people who got the Joni Mitchell reference.
It's a surreal scene.
Hold it there. Hold it. Stop.
Hey, you're hooking that arm. Don't do it.
Stevie Johnston, though, he is used to fighting everywhere. This guy has fought in Paris, London, Yokohama, Japan, Honolulu. His hometown, of course, is Denver. Started his career there. And now in the parking lot. Whereas the other guy, Castillo, is pretty much a homeboy with 27 of his 44 fights in his hometown of Mexicali.
And he's not that far from his hometown of Mexicali, Alan. If you had to say, even though it's a fight in America, you'd have to say this crowd is definitely behind the man on left your screen, Jose Luis Castillo, the challenger. Good right hand provided by Steve. Castillo connects with a couple of good shots in the third. Jose Luis Castillo staying with Stevie Johnston on the inside, and then Stevie not protecting himself as he backs that out. Back and lift as he tries to pull away.
Leaving himself open. Good left. Castillo. Stevie trying to measure him now in the corner.
I should tell you all, tell the audience that there is a knock under the right eye of Stevie Johnston.
Just a knot right now.
Hold it there. Hold it.
And not enough swelling to close the eye yet, Alex. Low enough on his feet. For those of you who have not seen Stevie Johnston's career, this is not the best that Stevie Johnston has seen. If he were in this kind of a situation, again, Castillo ties up that arm. Be interesting to see how long Chuck Hassett lets him go with that tactic. But Stevie Johnston normally would be outboxing Jose Luis Castillo, who quite frankly has never shown.
Timeout.
This might be it from Chuck Hassett.
He didn't let him go very long, Alex.
Yeah, he's taking a point away. We could widen out and just show that Chuck Hassett is taking a point away from Jose Luis Castillo for holding the arm in those clinches. He warned him twice and then took away a point. And that's a tough thing because if Stevie Johnston wins this round, then it becomes a 2-point round, Al.
Absolutely.
Get loose. Hold it there.
End of the fourth.
Gotta go back to the boom, boom. Okay? You gotta make a mix and you gotta count. You gotta make a mix and you gotta count. It's easy like you did in the previous round. Don't give your arms. When you're inside, what are we doing if he grab you? Okay?
Go for your face. Alright? Check it out. Let's go.
Back in Bill Gardens, California, round 5 now. The WBC Lightweight Championship fight brought to you by Miller Highlight. Stevie Johnston defending his title. With a mark of 30-1. And online, 63% of you thought that Johnston won round 4. You would have thought a lot more of you would have thought that way, with Castillo having had a point deducted.
Stop and break.
It's possible that fine point was lost on the voting public. Just to clarify, if they take away the points, Stevie Johnston won the round. It's a 9-9 round in points. If you had Castillo winning the round, I'm sorry, if you had Castillo winning the round, it's 9-9. If you had Stevie Johnston winning the round, it's 9. Castillo backing up more than he has in earlier rounds, Al, but Stevie Johnston not able to take advantage of it to land the kind of combinations. But look at the jab get in there from Castillo. And all Stevie has to counter with is just kind of walk in and not get anything effective done on the inside. Not let his hands go, not put the combination together, not counter the punches of Castillo. This is a very subpar performance by a man who's calling one of the best fighters in the world. For those of you who hadn't seen it before, you wonder what we're talking about. He's going to have to pick it up considerably if he wants to make sure of this win.
I think the most interesting thing, the most relevant thing that Johnston said this week was, I don't look for a knockout because I might get knocked out.
He's a very honest kid. I mean, it's part of his charm. He's so easy to like as a guy and a fighter. When he lost the one fight at Fury, he said he lost it. He said he deserved to lose it. Didn't make any excuses. doesn't say I'm going to go up and beat all the big fighters. He says, look, I'm 5'4". How many weight divisions can I go up? I'm stuck here.
And he's a guy who's also apologized to certain people in the media if the fight wasn't as good as they had anticipated. In fact, there's a very large media contingent here because in a few hours you've got the De La Hoya Mosley fight taking place at the Staples Center in downtown LA.
Picking it up a little bit here, Al. Just a little bit of an increase in tempo and better accuracy from Stevie. Letting his hands go more and landing more. But some of those, both men threw right hands and missed. But look at Stevie back out there. Look at Castillo back him up. That is not typical. Castillo must be stronger than he looks, Al. Or Stevie just came in here totally unfocused. Again, Castillo tying up the right arm. He's got it clamped pretty good. After referee's taking a point away, Al, he'll let him go a couple more times, but the possibility is just that he'll warn him again and possibly duck again.
End of the 5th.
Stop!
That's all I got to do. Read it.
How do you have it?
I don't know, I mean, Al, there's nothing in it.
WBC Lightweight Championship at stake in Bell Gardens, California. Stevie Johnston in the blue trunks and Jose Luis Castillo trying to win the title in the gold trunks. Online, 70% of you thought that Castillo had won the 5th round. He was able to, on occasion, get Johnston to back up.
Stevie can't reach him with his jab.
All right, stop
Even though he does give up height and reach, Stevie is generally very accurate with that jab. Can't find him with the jab. And so when he goes inside, he's not letting his hands go. Castillo doesn't stay there either. He's throwing isolated punches in there. By the way, Castillo's not exactly dominating either. It's just very, very close round. With not a lot of deception. There by Castillo on the right of your screen, the challenger. Both men leaning on each other here, looking for something on the inside. Castillo again ties up the right arm and hits with his right arm. This is a situation now where I think that Stevie's tried the inside, has not got much done inside. I think he might be well advised to try to just box him. He's got the ability, he's got the talent, he just has not found a rhythm.
Castillo is also starting to come into uncharted territory here shortly. We talked about the fact almost all of his fights end in KOs, and rarely has he gone past the 6th round. And we right now are in the 6th of the scheduled 12-rounder. Our ABC stations along the line and alert that at the end of this round we will be taking a local break for you.
And now I think that pretty subtly, I think the point that you just raised may be coming to bear. I think there's a little bit of weariness in Castillo. He's coming, he's trying, he's got a lot of heart, and you see him throwing a lot of punches, but they're a little bit more desperate. He's not as composed as he was earlier, and Stevie's punching and catching him a little bit more often. Right in front of our camera there. You see, Stevie can fight off the ropes, but generally, Stevie Johnston will fight with Turner's hand. He's staying on the ropes here, and Castillo has scored some punches.
Yep. In Stevie's own corner, Castillo turning it up.
And so as typical of so many of Stevie Johnston's fights out, this has become a war of attrition. It's a war that he's fought many, many times. It's a war his opponent has not. And let's see as we enter the second half of the fight whether he's able to bring himself to bear more than he has in the first half.
And it's a war he almost always wins, Stevie Johnston. Back after this one, ABC station.
Yeah.
Come on, you ain't tired, Steve. Come on, come on, come on.
Good shit. Come on, baby. Box. This round we're gonna go box. All right. Make him miss. Make him
Step around, step around, step around. Under him, okay? Under him, okay? Spin it, spin it, spin it. One more time. One more time. Give me some more water. Give me some more water. All right, this ain't that. Reset the game.
Warm sunny day in Bell Gardens, California. We're outside, temperature about 80. There's a canopy that covers the ring, and there's a nice enough breeze coming through that is not oppressively hot. This fight now goes to the 7th round, and it was 50-50. Those of you voting online as to who won round 6.
All right,
I thought that actually was one of the easier rounds to score for Stevie Johnston, Al, based upon the last minute. I didn't think Castillo did enough to be in the round.
No, no, no. Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it. Hey, you can't pull and spin. Let's go.
You heard Chuck Cassett very clearly tell Stevie Johnston that what he was doing in terms of pulling and punching, grabbing and punching was not legit. As we enter the second half of the fight, Al, and there Stevie holds himself. And I think that's a sign of either weariness or maybe caused by lack of preparation coming in, Al, lack of focus in the ring on the day of the fight. You don't know. I can tell you this is a man who has averaged 100 punches a round for a 12-round fight. He's a man who's thrown more than 160 punches in a given round. He is clearly, there he slipped a little bit. What will happen is on the logo of our friends at Miller High Life in the center of the ring, sometimes when the fighters get wet and that logo isn't as porous as the rest of the ring and there'll be water accumulating, they'll slip in the middle of the ring. It just will be interesting to see if he is able to come up with the kind of energy and skill that has made him such a highly regarded fighter in the world scene.
He's right now, he is on his way to a victory, but another of those lackluster victories. And I say another in the sense that I mentioned before, he sometimes apologizes for performances that don't live up to the expectations of the fans and the media.
You see him grabbing, that is very unusual. He is inside, that's where he wants to be. Why he would want to be grabbing on the inside indicates that he needs to take time off. He either is not in condition now or he's just not getting into this fight.
Well, it's one of those things, and then on the other side, Castillo, as you mentioned, so used to ending fights with knockouts. This is only the 10th time in 45 fights that he has seen a round 7.
It's a little unfair here to Jose Luis Castillo, too. I mean, it's not like it's all Stevie Johnston's down. Maybe the Castillo is presenting with some actual problems that he didn't anticipate, that he underestimated. Stevie swears to this, that he's never watched his tapes of his opponent out. In his case, I actually think he believe him. He doesn't like to do it. He just says, I'm just going to throw punches when he gets out there. But Castillo is in this fight.
Fighting so often in Mexicali, it was hard to get any of Castillo's tapes to begin with. End of round 7.
Stop.
Viene el octavo round.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing.
The main storyline is I have no idea who's winning the fight.
Es el momento de empezar y cerrar al mismo ritmo que para quitar ese campeonato porque no te van a dar la decisión. ¿Entendiste?
We don't need to hear this corner, guys. Give us the other corner the
Okay?
whole time.
And then when you go inside, move those hands inside. Don't just try to locate the place. Bam, 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 bam. Eh?
Okay.
That's
Miguel Diaz.
Get some water. Get some water.
what's round 8?
Go.
This one figured to go the distance, has the makings of such a fight. Right now, as we go to the 8th schedule, called the WBC Lightweight Championship. Champion Stevie Johnston on the right. And on the left, Jose Luis Castillo.
Castillo's corner, again, an even round by the online voters out. Castillo's corner told him,
Okay, break it. Don't throw that
that round. They want him to be
don't do that.
the man who puts Johnston on his back foot. Stevie is not today, has not tried at all to box from the outside. So sometimes he's on the outside, that's because he chooses to be here. Today, if he's on the outside, it's because Castillo is trying a little bit here and comes in, but it's because Castillo is pushing him backwards and keeping him off balance. There you see Stevie trying to move back from the outside, but Castillo totally unfazed by the movement, lands punches, and Stevie doesn't land anything in return. And Stevie Johnston not only can take the lead, but he's a tremendous counterpuncher.
Stop! Wait! Stop!
Again, Chuck Cassidy calls for a break to get it, but again, Castillo busier there, throwing more punches, landing more punches, nothing coming back from Stevie Johnston. Threw a shot there with his left, but didn't land it.
Castillo appearing the pressure of the two.
You're loose, Steve. Get loose.
Stevie Johnston initiated. He's being held with his right, and Stevie's holding with his right. Castillo does appear now, as you said, they found his second win. Stevie generally is very able to go 12-round distance, but he has every fighter with a couple of periods in a fighter needing to take a rest. Oh, good right hand by Castillo. Right down the pipe.
Let go, Steve. Let go.
And Stevie Johnston, again, now, it is so unusual to see him clinching on the inside. That's where he has to be, being the shorter of the two men. That's where he wants to be generally in every one of his fights.
No.
And for him not to be working when he's in there, for him to be initiating clinches, is evidence of the fact that he just is not into this fight for whatever reason, mentally or physically, or the ability, the awkwardness, whatever it is of Jose Luis Castillo, the challenger. Stevie Johnston is not himself today.
What you were saying, Alex, is exactly what Miguel Diaz was trying to get him to do in between
Hands are
rounds.
free, Steve. Go to work.
Talking to Stevie in the corner just above us.
There's a both fighters are quite enough. Trying to fight as long as that punch on a good ass from here in the end of round 8. More punches landed there than is typical of this fight so far.
Great action here as the 8th round concludes.
Okay. From round 8, watch the right hand of Jose Luis Castillo. Dips down and comes up with the right hand on the inside.
Get that
That's
pull.
an area that Stevie Johnston should dominate. Alex Castillo holding his own.
Alex, a tough fight to score. In fact, 54% thought Castillo won round 8. As this one comes down to a climax, we have to keep in mind what happened in the 4th round with the deduction.
And again, you saw Castillo. You're right, Al. That 1-point deduction by the referee, Chuck Cassidy, could be critical in a fight as difficult as this one is to score. You saw Castillo's feet, his right foot, again, as he tried to get power, go out from under him in the middle of the ring there. A lot of action at the end of the last round. Both men coming out a little bit tentative here in round 9. Right hand to the body by Steve Johnston. Needs a lot more digs to the body to take away the legs of Jose Luis Castillo. Remember, we're getting
stop it there. Break, please.
Castillo, Al. Really, in term of art, uncharted waters for him.
Absolutely. Again, only 3 of Castillo's 44 fights have gone the distance. Over a 10-year professional career. Castillo with 40 wins, 37 by knockout, 3 by decision. All 4 of his losses were by knockout.
And we should point out also, Al, that distance we're talking about was 10-round fights, not 12-round fights. So even when he's going the distance, it hasn't been what's going to be required of him in this fight. But so far, he is holding up. He's staying punch for punch. It's just about how the judge is scoring those inside exchanges there. Good 1-2 score. Like Castillo on the left hand of the challenge.
The crowd is basically pro-Castillo. They're getting into it more and more now, sensing the possibility that their guy is going to win the title.
And there is a genuine concern from Stevie Johnston's corner that their man is not doing enough to make sure that he's defending his title. One thing we talked about earlier, who was the edge at the top here, is that the one thing that Stevie does not have is big power. He can accumulate punches over the course of a fight and run a little attrition, but he does not have that big one-punch knockout power. Or even that kind of one combination knockout power.
Especially in round 9 of a 12-rounder.
A lot of heart there by Castillo. You saw Johnston coming after him, and Castillo dug down and fought back and backed him up, and now Castillo is really fighting on hard now. You see both of them fighting on hard.
And again, a round ends with a great flurry, as did round 8. Round 9 ends in the same fashion.
And you see, you look at the body language of Stevie Johnston. First of all, there is a little bit of blood, a little trickle of blood coming out of his right eye, swelling on his right eye. You see Miguel Diaz there blocking a shot of it, but he is working on the right eye. But the body language of Stevie Johnston is totally dead. He looks like he just has nothing.
And it's not as if we want to make this out to appear as if Castillo has a terrific chance necessarily to win this fight. We've seen enough fights to know this is one of those weird fights that is so difficult to score. You're likely to winning a unanimous decision by plenty on the scorecards of both judges.
Who's the man? Okay, you bad? You need to show me then. You need to step up, start pushing them back and punching them. Get rough, dude.
You said Miguel Diaz working on the cuts. He's obviously got a nosebleed. He's working on the cut under him. There's Castillo in his corner. Miguel Diaz summed it up there, Al. You're not punching. And this is, it may seem like there's a reasonable amount of punches being thrown here, but this is below, well below the work rate that Stevie Johnston is used to.
Miguel has said that in each of the last 4 rounds.
Again, the slippage there by Castillo with the right hand. He was getting ready to shoot a right hand. His right foot went out from under him, but he had to stop. And again, Stevie Johnston being the one here holding with his right hand.
Castillo's corner, he was being told, he's tired, you can do it, he's got nothing left, breathe deeply.
I think they believed in Castillo's corner from the beginning that their fighter was in a better shape, that he was the stronger of the 2 men. And there's nothing here to dissuade them now. Stevie landing occasionally. But I think Al here with a couple minutes left in the 10th and a couple rounds after that, Stevie Johnston, to make sure he's got, I mean, I have no idea where the judges' scorecards are. I have no conviction in my own scorecard, but I can tell you that if Stevie Johnston or Jose Luis Castillo wants to be sure of this fight, these rounds are very, very critical.
Very important. Again, 2 of the judges in California, the other from Mexico.
And just the ability to let your hands go is so important. You saw Stevie Johnston throw some punches, but Castillo, instead of letting that take him out, he came right back with a flurry of his own. And he's backing Johnston up and making him hold on again. I'm a broken record, Al, but that's been the rhythm of this fight.
They keep playing the same melody.
Good left down the pipe by Johnston. Not putting a lot behind him. Castillo tying him up smartly on the inside, not as flagrantly as he did before. Stevie Johnston holding his hand on the inside there, but Stevie just not punching with any real conviction, except for that one left hand. Right hand low by Stevie. Castillo not effective either in this thing. So as we come into the final seconds of the round, this round could be up for grabs. And who wins this last 30 seconds? Win not only the round, but have an effect on this fight. Stevie Johnston, it doesn't matter, just for human beings. When they see Stevie Johnston on the ropes like he was a few seconds ago, that just makes it feel like Castillo is dominant.
Each of the last 2 rounds ended with good flurries. But not this one. 10th round concludes.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Steve, you want this fight? Yeah. Come on, man.
Listen, how are we doing for time? Because if this goes the distance, you got to interview Johnston too.
You're in fucking great shape, okay? Ain't no tomorrow.
Because, okay. So, Bobby, you got to be able to get a really fast decision because they're going to move up a pod.
Soon you got a meeting. Soon you got a meeting. That's where you got to come, okay?
Is there a Diet Coke? Get a Diet Coke. And another water, too, BT? Yeah.
Let's go.
Go.
Bell Gardens, California. We go to the 11th round of a scheduled 12. And again, for Jose Luis Castillo, he has never been to an 11th round.
His corner very smartly told him that he needs these 2 rounds. So the online polling there very, very close. It's going to take a look at so many of these rounds. Stevie Johnston bouncing on the outside, but look at him pulling. I mean, nothing.
Hold it there, hold it there. Break clean. Break. Hold it.
Almost pathetic.
Hey, when I tell you break, break.
I mean, just pushing.
Let's go.
He's found a way to let Jose Luis Castillo get his confidence, get a little bit of rhythm, get into the fight.
Okay, hold it there.
And when that happens out, anything can happen, including the world title belt. Losing the world title belt.
That is something that has happened only once.
Starting to hook again, don't do it.
One fight in his career, and that was his title a couple of years ago, which he then regained 2 fights later.
We should say in that loss, Al, he fought I think a better quality opponent, actually an opponent, but a #1 contender, Stevie slipping in the center of the ring. Now maybe that was the getting to him, I think. Look, the both men here are giving their all. I think Stevie Johnston may be getting the better of this exchange.
He is letting his hands go.
Stop. Break.
Castillo pinning his man in the ropes and landing, taking 2 punches to the body. Some judges see and score that, Al, some don't. We should point out that in California, they are much more used to body punches. There's a great number of Mexican fighters that keep right here, and I think you get a lot more credit in this state and in this town for body punching and fighting on the inside, because the judges are veterans, they're used to seeing it, and they're used to giving credit for it. Now it's Castillo who's on the rope. He fights up and it hurts Stevie Johnston. They're saying it's a slip. And I think that slipping this at the ring around logo was a factor of, but I think there was a punch involved, and that's a very interesting position. No question he slipped a little bit, but there was also a punch.
Some of each. We're back, and there is the incident in which Johnston went down, and it appeared more than anything he slipped because of the wetness on the surface of the logo.
Absolutely right. Chuck Hassett, the referee, was right in calling it a slip.
Okay, stop and break.
Clinching early in this round. This is a round that both men, both corners, and maybe us, we here, Al, and a lot of the fans, I think the fight could be on the line here in this round. And as Jose Luis Castillo is holding here,
move back.
It may be that he's trying to save himself for the second half of the round to try to steal the round, Al. Low blow by Stevie Johnston to the body, trying to fight off the ropes. And again, it comes this time. Stevie Johnston's the one who's holding with his right arm.
Okay, stop it.
Castillo's right hand straight, low, both men tired. Obviously.
Johnston holding on and trying to hold on.
It's really a wrestling match here. Very little clean punching. Good left to the body by Stevie Johnston. But oh, and Stevie, I think tried to get an elbow through there. Coming up to the halfway point now in the final round. Jose Luis Castillo has never been in an 11th or a 12th round. Fighting his heart out, as is the champion, Stevie Johnston. At stake, a world championship, the WBC version.
Coming up on a minute to go. In the score run-up to tonight's fight between De La Hoya and Mosley, and of course, because of the length of this fight, we will not have that preview that we would have brought you time permitting. Instead, we're going to have a decision, unless there's a knockout in the next 15 seconds, then it's anybody's guess as to who wins this fight.
One word out about that De La Hoya Mosley fight. If you're not a fight fan, if you are a fight fan, you know that's maybe the fight of the year going in. If you're not a fight fan, this is a pay-per-view event. I don't care who wins in the end. It's not our company. That's a terrific fight. Final 30 seconds of this fight. It has not been an artistic success, Al. It has not been a great fight in terms of combination punching, but a lot of guts and a lot of hard tested here. And I still, coming to the final seconds of the fight now, I cannot tell you who won.
No, a lot of mystery involved here. So they go all the way.
Stop.
Crowd salutes both fighters. Not a work of art, as Alex said, but a lot of mystery. Who won this fight? And we'll be back after this. All right, what do we do here? Yeah.
No, I can't hear it. Is it in?
I do what?
You got to put it in.
Yes.
Nambi, talk to me, Kurt. I didn't hear it. Tell him to talk to me. Tell him to talk to me.
Hold that till I'm ready.
I can't.
Alex, do you hear him, Kurt? Alex is not here. Now he does.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
How much time?
Poll first. Jake Gutierrez is the ring announcer. Okay. Who won round 12? Now, what about who won the fight? So, in other words, we just did it by rounds, right? Well, wait a minute. We only on the online poll, they just do it by rounds, right? They don't have a cumulative ballot. Okay. All right. Okay. That's what they should do the next time around. They should have a cumulative score here. Okay. Alex,
Yes.
are you here?
Yes. Tell me your name again.
Ahmed Santos.
Okay.
All right, what's the traffic here? Okay, you tell me. I'll you guide me, Kurt. Okay. Me first, right? In our online poll, almost 2/3 of you thought that Johnston won round 12. We just asked you to vote by round, so there's no cumulative scoring there. But let's find out who wins this fight as we go to the ring announcer, Jake
Ladies and
Gutierrez.
gentlemen, after 12 rounds of exciting action, we go to the scorecards for our decision. Judge James Jenkins scored the bout 116-111. Castillo. Judge Dick Young scored this bout 114-114, a draw. And Judge Lasso Perez scored the bout 115-113 for the winner by majority decision. And new WBC Lightweight Champion of the World, Jose Luis Castillo.
So a big upset by majority decision. Ahead on the cards of two judges, a draw on the card of the third. Jose Luis Castillo comes up from Mexicali to win the title. Let's go up to Alex.
First, the ex-champion. Stevie, you were far from your best. Why?
A little sluggish today. I don't know. I just was off my game today.
Was it bad preparation coming in, or was it just bad focus on the day of the fight?
Bad focus day of the fight.
How much of it was him?
None. I fought his fight. That's all it was.
We'll see you again, Stevie. I'm sorry about your loss to the championship. Let's go over right now and talk to the new champion, Jose Luis Castillo. Jose, felicidades.
Gracias, gracias.
Campeón.
Gracias.
Ask Jose quickly. He's the new champion. What was the key to the fight for him winning the title?
Eres el nuevo campeón. ¿Cuál fue tu clave para ganar la pelea?
Pues subimos primero viendo a ver qué traía Stevie Johnston los primeros 2-3 rounds y después empezamos a atacarlo poco a poco, aunque fue un poco difícil, pero gracias a Dios salieron bien las cosas.
Basta.
I went to see what he had the first 2 or 3 rounds, then I started to attack. He was a very difficult fighter to fight, but things went well for me and I won.
Were you surprised at your ability to go into the 12th round and win the 12th round? You won the 12th round on one scorecard, which gave you the title. Were you surprised at your ability to go into the 12th round that you've never been in before?
Que si te sorprendió que al final, el 12º round, que nunca estaba un 12º round, tuviste la habilidad para sacar el round y una tarjeta lo ganaste y eso te dio el campeonato.
Sí, claro. Desde un principio dijimos que íbamos a presionar a Stevie Johnston por el estilo que tenía. Y en el 12º round se me dificultó un poquito más, pero gracias a Dios salieron bien las cosas.
Yes, I thought from the beginning to pressure Stevie Johnston because of his style. And the 12th round was difficult, but things worked well for me, and I won.
Congratulations, Jose.
Gracias. Un saludo para Julio César Chávez, que me está viendo en el centro ceremonial Otomí.
Back to Al Michaels.
Jose Luis Castillo, the new WBC World Lightweight Champion. Al Michaels, Alex Swallow. Goodbye from Bell Gardens, California. ABC Sports Online at abcsports.com. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, continuing the tradition of excellence.
Boxeo.